Imagine you have a third grader. They're sitting in the classroom, and they have been given an assignment to do, a quiz, a test, just independent work in general. And they are expected to work independently for 20 minutes on that assignment. Your child cannot read. Your child cannot count numbers and do basic math skills. So what does your child do instead? Because your child is incapable of completing the assignment, they're going to start behaving poorly. They're going to start acting out. They're going to start distracting the class. They're going to start making noises and sounds. They're going to start doing anything to disrupt the learning environment, because that is the way that they're getting their attention at that time, to distract themselves from the fact that they cannot do what is being asked of them. Okay. Let's extend that to the behavior issues that cause consequences. Now, they're going to start getting kicked out of class. They're going to start being written up. They're going to start getting phone calls home. They're going to start getting suspended. Okay, that's just the beginning. Let's go a little bit further. Let's go into middle school and high school. Okay, as your child gets older, the more that they get behind, because the system will find every way to pass them along. And we can call that a systemic issue. We'll get to that later. The system is going to pass your child along by any means at this point. Your child is now in middle school or high school. They're realizing that I cannot do this work. I'm so far behind. I cannot do this. They're going to start skipping school. They're not even going to attempt to go to class. They're going to be skipping class because they know that when I get in there, I can't do what is being asked of me. Mind you, this is stemming from way back in elementary school, when they never learned how to read or do basic math. Okay, they get to high school. It's graduation time. They've missed out on half the events because they were not doing their work. They could not do it. They were hardly ever at school. So you've probably been in court for truancy at this point, because your child is not even going to school. There's a lot of other issues that are happening and that are stemming from the fact that your child never learned to read. Now let's get to us saying, oh, well, that's a systemic issue. What I want you parents to understand, what I want us to understand as parents, is that the system does not care about your one child who cannot read when there are thousands of other kids who can. I'm sorry, they just don't. You can blame them. You can say that it's their fault, but you are still the one that's sitting in the house with a ninth grader who cannot read a book. Okay, so that's just the reality of it. So when I say get involved in your child's education, you're saving your child from a future that they don't want. You're saving your child from a future that has already been set up since they were in third grade. Catch it? Okay, I need y'all to go online and read into Pipeline to Prison.